Hello guys, welcome to this crow pose tutorial. Just a quick mention before we get started. I won't be incorporating any warm-up poses or drills, anything like that. So if you're coming to this and you're not warm and you're not ready, head to the link in the description box and then come back to this video when you are ready. Okay, so the first way to enter crow is to come from a yogi squat. Have the heels off the ground so you can get the knees fairly high. Plant the hands on the mat about shoulders width apart, and then you're aiming to bring the insides of the legs onto the backs of the arms. Begin to bend your arms and shift your weight forwards. Make contact with the legs and the arms. And just to make sure the legs stay there, add a slight squeeze, so you're squeezing the legs into the arms. Begin to lift your hips, extend your legs slightly, and shift your weight forwards over your hands. And from this place, begin to lift one foot at a time, and then keep shifting the weight forwards as you lift the other foot. Keep squeezing the legs into the arms, press the mat away. Hold, and then to come down, lower the feet and shift your weight back. Amazing. So that really is more of a beginner's entrance. And as you begin to get more comfortable, you can work towards bringing the knees right onto the bony bit of your elbow. So there's a bony bit of your knee, and you can imagine that you can fit them together like the pieces of like a jigsaw. And when they combine, they create like a ledge so that it's really easy to balance. And it's a very similar entry, but instead of the knees coming out, you keep the knees in. Start by planting the hands on the ground and align the bony bit of your knee with the bony bit of your elbow. Start by shifting forward, look forwards. And then lift one foot at a time, followed by the other. Steady your breath and lift the feet towards the backs of the hips. Draw the low belly in. Holding, pressing the floor away. And to come out, lower the feet, sit back down into your squat. Wonderful. Okay. The final entry, which is again like a progression, is to come from a forward fold. And this one is actually bringing the knees a little bit further up the backs of the arms. And for this, you want to make sure that your hamstrings have had quite a good stretch. Plant the hands. Then lift the heels so you're just on the balls of the feet, bend the knees. Bring the knees to the backs of the arms. Start by shifting your weight and looking in the direction that you're going in. And as you shift your weight over your hands, lift one foot followed by the other. Draw the feet towards the backs of the hips, press the floor away. Low belly drawing towards the spine. With control. Breathing steadily. And to come out, lower one foot and the other. And find your way back to your fold. Wonderful. A few ways that you can work towards this with a little bit of help is by using some blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can also use like a stack of books, are also a really great alternative. With the blocks, place them about hips width apart. And then come to your yogi squat, standing on the blocks. And they are there just to elevate the floor, so they just make it a little bit easier to get the hips higher. Find your crouching position. And we'll begin with the first variation, so with the knees on the outsides of the arms. Plant the hands, make connection with the legs and the backs of the arms, and then slowly shift your weight forwards. And it's already much easier then to lift the foot. Keep shifting forwards, lift the other foot, squeeze the legs into the arms, draw the lower belly in, and to come down, lower the feet. And then you can repeat this same process, bringing the knees, the bony bit of the knee to the bony bit of the elbow. It's a little bit easier still. But if this method isn't working, and you're really feeling like getting the feet off the ground itself are quite difficult, maybe there's not so much strength in the upper body, and a great way that you can use the blocks or the books, whatever you're working with, is to bring them in front of you. Place the hands right in front of the blocks. And then begin to bend your arm, and you're resting the top of your deltoid on the arm, on the block. So start by finding that position, and the head is just free to hang down. The blocks really are here just to provide a little bit of stability. You may find that they need to come closer or further away depending on your body. From this place, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and then walk the legs in. And it's much easier from here to bring one knee onto the back of the arm, and the other knee, and then lift both legs. Bringing the hips towards the heels towards the heels towards the hips. And then from here, you start to look forwards if you're wanting to progress. Maybe send the feet down a little bit so that you can take the weight away from the blocks and come all the way onto your arms. And to come down, lower the feet, find your crouching position. Okay. I hope that these tips, tricks, and techniques have helped you. I would love to hear about your experiences. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your teacher and your guide. Namaste.